So today we're going to talk about 5 ways that you can know if triangles are similar. And some of them are very close to how we could tell similar polygons, but there's a little more to it. So, how do we know if 2 triangles are similar? Answer 1, the problem told me they were. Sometimes when we do a problem, it'll start out by saying the 2 triangles below are similar, or you get your similarity statement. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle JKL. So there's one way. So let's look at another way. Answer number 2. All 3 pairs of sides are proportional. Talked about this yesterday. All 3 sides are proportional. That is one step to being similar, and all 3 pairs of angles are congruent. This is the exact method that we talked about with similar polygons. So if we look here, you can see your hash marks. These are congruent, these are congruent, and these are congruent. And if we checked our proportion, 7/49, we get 1/7. 6/42 is also 1/7. And 5/35, again, 1/7. So we know these 2 triangles are similar because they have 3 pairs of proportional sides and 3 pairs of congruent angles. So let's look at another way. All 3 pairs of sides are proportional. You can determine if 2 triangles are similar even if you don't know anything about the angles. We call this side-side-side similarity. So again, these are the same numbers that I used on the last 2 triangles. We know that each of these works out to be 1/7. Therefore, these 2 triangles would be similar. So we can say these triangles are similar because, and you can write side, 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 similarity. Over here, if we looked, 7/49, that's 1/7. 5/35 is 1/7. But 6/40 does not simplify to 1/7. So these triangles are not similar because the sides are not proportional. And again, what we learned on this slide, side-side-side similarity is how we can compare 2 triangles with all 3 sides proportional. Okay. Another way, 2 pairs of angles are congruent. Hopefully at this point in your math career, you know that every triangle has 3 angles and they add to equal 180. So if we know 2 pairs of angles are congruent, we're going to know the 3rd one is also. And we know that one of the ways to tell something's similar is by having congruent angles. So these are congruent because 2 pair of angles are congruent. And we write congruent with a squiggly and an equal. Over here, even though there's no number measurements, you can see 2 hash marks and 1 hash mark. So these are also similar. Why? And this time I'm going to call it angle-angle similarity. Because saying that they have 2 pair of angles congruent is called angle-angle similarity. So far we've learned about side-side-side similarity, where all 3 sides are proportional. We've learned about angle-angle similarity, where we have 2 congruent angles. So now, last one. If 2 pairs of sides are proportional, and the included angles are congruent. This is the 5th way to know if triangles are similar. And what do I mean by included? Notice here, I've given you these 2 sides and this angle. Same here. So we know that 6/42 is going to be 1/7. We know that 5/35 is going to be 1/7. So there's our proportionality. Then if we look here, this angle, which is in between the two sides, that's what I mean by included. These angles are congruent. So when we talk about this, your two sides and your angle, we call it side, angle, side similarity. So these triangles are congruent because of the side, angle, side similarity postulate. So now let's look at these. I have the same numbers on my sides, so we already know that the sides are proportional. But look where my angles are. I have one here and one here. This one is the included angle, however, this one is not. So these triangles are not similar because of SAS. SAS similarity doesn't work. Okay, do any of our other postulates work? Do we have 3 proportional sides? We don't know. We know 2 of them are proportional, but we don't necessarily know about the other one. So side, side, side does not work. And what about the other one we learned? Angle, angle. Well, we see this angle and we see this angle. They're not in corresponding places. So all we know about this is one angle. We know that this angle and this angle are the same size, but they don't correspond, and we know nothing about the other 2 angles, and you need at least 2 to know your measurements. So angle, angle similarity doesn't work. And those are your 5 ways to know if triangles are similar.